What's up, everyone? Welcome back to 20,000 Films Under the Sea. I'm your host, DJ, and tonight, Ernell and I are going to have a chill episode because we're going to be talking about our top movies of 2024. Since we're already a month into 2025, let's take a step back and reminisce about our favorite movies that we reviewed in the past year. So, sit back, relax, grab a bucket of popcorn, and enjoy. What is up, everyone? Welcome in. I'm your host tonight, DJ Simfix. I am joined by the Ocean Shrine himself, Ernell Pearson.
What's happening, brother dog? It is Friday. Go
Brother
Birds.
dog.
You know what I'm saying?
Brother dog?
I called you Crip in the chat earlier. That was pretty
Brother
good.
dog brother?
Brother dog brother. Yeah, man, it's Friday.
Okay.
I'm pretty stoked. We got one more key piece of content to do tonight, and then tomorrow morning we're tying the week off, which I'm really excited for our first official session for Songs of the Abyss. And so it's gonna be
Yeah.
I got one last thing I have to draw tonight, and then everything's ready. And I'm just
you got.
so
are you
fucking
drawing your character? The mommy dad?
no, the mommy
Daddy,
daddy,
mommy?
no.
The daddy mommy. I mean, daddy mommy.
Not
The
yet,
daddy?
not yet. I will.
You should pick an NPC and create yourself.
I will.
No, you know
Go
what, or no, you could all the NPCs are just you, just sprinkled into different costumes. Like you just walk into we sidetrack it to a random bar, and this bartender has he has a beard, he has a face tattoo, and he welcomes you in.
He's wearing a hat. I will
He's
be drawing
holding this thing that looks like a microphone, but it's not a microphone.
I will draw daddy mommy soon. I now that I have all of the bulk drawing done, and going forward I'll only have to draw one or two things a week now because I have everything pretty much done for the core stuff. It'll be a lot easier to have the time to draw daddy mommy. So once I have that time to do so, I don't know what daddy mommy looks like. But once I do, I promise you, there will be some good daddy mommy art out there, my friend. DJ, how's your Friday, man?
Friday's been good, man. Just been chilling. Not doing too much.
Chill Friday.
Chill Friday. Just trying to have more chill days because I'm just like I told you guys the other day, I'm busy all week now. So, yeah. I was playing the new Ninja Gaiden yesterday, or not the new one, the remake Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah, because they announced that it was on drop, right? On announcement that they made it available. That's crazy, dude. It looks good.
On Game Pass too. On Game Pass, it looks incredible, bro. You should try it.
I've been thinking about it. Ninja Gaiden was one of the really early games that I hopped into on PlayStation. So it was. I was seeing the trailer for it and I was like, "Ooh, fuck!"
Yeah, it's and you know that there's different versions, right? Because there's because the Xbox version had the Ninja Gaiden Black, right? They had the black,
right?
And that was harder because the PlayStation versions, which you and I played, they're easier. There's certain changes. You remember you had to fight the Buddha statue in the first mission,
right?
That's not in the black version.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
In the Sigma versions, you fight the statues a ton. You fight the Statue of Liberty and that Buddha statue. You fight the Buddha statue twice.
Okay.
But the black versions, you get an actual boss fight. There's actual that ties the story. So.
Gotcha. Well, that's good to know, man. I'm excited to get my hands on it. Devin and chat, you talking games? I thought this was a movie podcast. Well, actually, I was just telling DJ that I was pulling a Magic the Gathering pack earlier.
Oh.
Oh man. Well, I did do a movie thing the other day because it's not on my list for tonight. I suppose I can talk about it.
Mhm.
I did finally watch the animated Lord of the Rings movie, The War of the Rohirrim, the other day,
Mm.
and was very pleasantly surprised with how actually
Really?
like pretty damn good that movie was. It's not perfect. It does have some stuff that like it does better. Like they make it. It feels like they went to the storyboard room and they're like, how can we
Mhm.
make Lord of the Rings anime as fuck, right? And like,
Mm.
and they did it. They pulled it off. So like, there is some like stuff in it that is like super mega fucking hype. That is just like has no business being in fucking Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
But it's cool. Like it's pretty dope. So I do recommend. It is available to rent on Amazon. You can rent it for like $10 right now currently.
Mm.
So it's not quite made its way to like free streaming quite yet, but I thought it was worth it. It's a pretty good watch for anyone that is also a Lord of the Rings fan out there. I didn't get a chance to watch it when it came out because that was during Thanksgiving week. Um,
Mm.
and unfortunately, I have family, so I did not
Yeah.
go and see
Yeah.
movies
No,
Thanksgiving week.
that's real.
So
That's real.
yeah, that's for real, man. Well, thankfully we're here to talk more about movies, DJ.
Yeah, because this is 20,000 Films Under the Sea, your choice for all the nerdy pop media news, reviews, and discussions you want each and every week.
You.
If you like that, you can head over to our Discord channel where you can submit questions and topics to the show, get exclusive content,
Mm.
and have early access to episodes before they go live on a podcast and video service near you,
Near you.
right next to you.
Yes.
But if you
Near
emptied
you.
your pockets for the latest and greatest in entertainment, that's cool with us. You can watch us record the show live right here at twitch.tv/Good Kraken Show.
That's right, baby.
Just like Devin is in chat.
Just like Devin
Just
is.
like Live Laugh Louie is
Mhm.
in chat.
Just like Devin is.
Yeah, just like Good Kraken Show is in
I
chat.
thought this
And
was a
Stream
movie
Elements
podcast.
as well.
I thought the movie podcast. You know what I'm saying? Take your video
If
game
you
ass over
have
there. Devin.
Amazon Prime, you also have Twitch Prime. Tell them, DJ.
Prime Gaming. That's that's my DJ.
And we would love for you to give that to us to help keep the lights on and cameras rolling. But you can also support us by going to our YouTube channel, hitting subscribe, or by leaving a review on on our podcast channel by searching 20,000 Films Under the Sea, and we'll be there waiting for you.
Waiting for you.
No.
Yes, my good sir DJ.
We have some director's commentary.
Oh, yes, we do.
We are back for 2025, of course, with the Shipwreck Show was on Monday, and we talked about our Saturday morning cartoons. Talked
Yeah.
about cartooning.
Yeah, we sure did. Good old nostalgia. DJ was kind of carrying along for it. You know what I mean? Like
I was chilling, man.
he was chilling. He was being chilling for sure. There wasn't a whole lot he was able to talk about, but he did get on a few. Once we moved into the 2000s, I think it was a little bit easier.
Yeah,
for
there
me
was
to
some
kinda,
where I
like,
was like, I've never heard that in my life, and there's some that we're like, oh yeah,
right,
yeah,
right. Yeah. The common ones. You know what I'm saying? But it was good. It was nice. Good episode.
yeah. Also, we had our session 0 of Songs of the Abyss with our D&D campaign, and we will be getting underway with our first episode of the session. First real deal start of the adventure
Yes,
this weekend.
baby.
So be on lookout for that. If you are in our Discord and you are a Twitch subscriber, you will get that day 1.
That's right,
whenever
baby.
we finish recording that.
That's right.
So, and if you're not, unfortunately, but maybe we understand if you got other stuff going on. You can't, you don't have the Twitch Prime. Well, we get it. We get it.
Like,
You just wait for Monday. Just wait for Monday, and you will get it Monday.
That's right.
Or
sir.
you can just look at it. Yeah, we look at it on YouTube and on Spotify if you want to listen along.
Yeah. And then
we have it on Spotify. Right?
On top of that, added note, it is processing for Apple Podcasts currently for all you Apple Podcast people. If you're a person of class,
Yeah, you podcast.
It is processing. Apple Podcasts has way more of like sort of like background checking process. Where everybody else it takes like a day or two and it's totally cool. Apple takes 5 to 8 days to do their processing. So it should be good to go by Monday when the episode goes live for public. But if anything, gives you more incentive to subscribe to us on Twitch
Yeah.
and join our Discord. You can get it tomorrow night. Get it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, actually, afternoon.
Yeah.
Tomorrow afternoon. You guys can get it tomorrow afternoon.
Mhm.
And we'll have that linky link for you in our Discord. You know what I'm saying? And then you click it. You'll say, "Ooh, Songs of the Abyss. Oh, that sounds cool." You click it, and it's just gonna be me, stark naked, just stark naked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'll be like, "Hi, I'm Daddy Mommy," and then
Yeah, and
that's it.
I understand if you wouldn't want to do it after that.
I mean, arguably, you know what I mean? Arguably, some would say that was the real show all along.
So, Death by Show was also this week.
Yes, it was.
You can watch Garrick. You can watch Garrick and Devin talk about the Switch 2.
Good episode.
Switch 2.
Good episode.
Great
Devin,
episode.
Garrick, hands out to you fellas. Good job.
Yeah. Great job. Also, you can find all of that on our website because it's live. It's a website. You can go look at it. We have merch on there. You can also
That's right, baby.
a link to all of our podcasts, so including Songs of the Abyss.
That's right, baby.
You won't have to miss any of that. And yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Kraken.com. That's GOODKRAAAKAKEN.
Yeah, exactly. GOODKRAKEN.com.
That's right. Com. Not co, not org. Com.
Yeah, not co, not go, not .gov, not .gg,
right.
not .tv.
Yep.
It is .com. Com.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, since this is a movie podcast,
Mm.
When you audition for a movie as an actor, you got to come with. What do you got to come with, Ernell?
Oh, DJ.
What do you got to come with?
You got to come with the final cut.
No.
No, no. What did I fuck up?
I thought we were doing the monologue.
We are doing the monologue. You're right. Yeah. We are doing the monologue. I skipped the whole fucking thing. I just talked to you about this before the show too.
But the monologue. But how did you get the final cut from my setup? I set up perfect actors audition with a monologue. Audition with a monologue.
I mean, they could audition with the final cut of the monologue. You know what I'm saying?
It's like, we call Ernell Pearson. All right, so can you read this? And he's like, actually, no, I already recorded my lines.
Yeah.
And here you go.
As the official daddy mommy, yeah, 100%. It is the monologue, DJ, the monologue, and the monologue is where we get to talk to you guys a little bit about some movies and TV shows that have come out this week and are coming out in the beginning of next week, because we kind of try to roll things over. But this is to keep you guys up with movies and stuff, and we are going to try to be better about this even when we do our review episodes. We'll still take some time to kind of carve this out just so that we're being consistent with all of you lovely people. So we're going to, because it's been a little bit, we're going to kind of trail things back to early this week. We're going to talk about January 21st to kind of start out Tuesday. We have Nosferatu has finally hit VOD. Venom: The Last Dance is on for 4K Blu-ray, DVD, all that good jazz. And Sonic the Hedgehog 3 finally started hitting VOD services as well. And then Smile 2 is out on Blu-ray. The Substance is now out on Blu-ray as of Tuesday. And then let's see here. We got pretty much not a whole lot for the rest of the week until today, where we have the new movie, Mark Wahlberg, in the new movie Flight Risk came out today. And that's where he's like kidnapped a guy getting like going to prison or something like that, and he's got a bald cap on. It's fucking crazy, dude. Watch that trailer.
That's weird.
It sounds awful. It looks terrible, dude. And then let's see here. The Girl with the Needle is out on VOD today. That was a movie that kind of went under our radar as of this year. Inheritance is out in theaters today as well. Alongside The Wild Robot hitting Peacock, and Night Call hitting VOD. And then we'll move over to shows here. Let's see. The Night Agent Season 2 released yesterday. I know that movie or that show's kind of getting some love these days. And let's see. Oh, that's right. The documentary of Kobe Bryant is out as of
Oh, wow.
tomorrow. It's coming out tomorrow on releasing on CNN first, and then you can find that online. I'm interested. I'm interested in that bad boy. And that's all we have for this week. We will be talking about next week as we kind of get into the next episode. Because I don't know, DJ, do you feel right with us doing Tuesday through to the next Monday, or do you want to do Friday through to the next Thursday?
I think we could do Tuesday into the next Monday.
Tuesday into
that's
Monday.
better.
Okay, I like that too.
Yeah.
I like that too. Well, let me then make sure I'm double checking here going into early next week. Oh, let's see here. On the 28th, we have the VOD of Baby Girl coming out. That's the one with what's her face, the older lady who's got her at work fling. Heretic will hit Blu-ray on the 20 tomorrow. The Fire Inside, which is a movie that I slept on that I want to. That's the movie about that girl who's going into boxing. That comes out on the 28th for VOD as well. And let's see. I'm doing this without having had listened before, everybody. I'm sorry. So everybody at home knows what the fuck's going on here. It's not usually this messy. And then I think that's all the important ones. Oh, Dogman. Dogman hits on the 31st. If you got kids, go check that out next Friday, baby. We'll double back on that next Friday, good sir. And that'll be it for the monologue this week, DJ.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, since we've done with the monologue, I guess we can go to the final cut.
The monologue is the final cut. Yeah, sorry. I want to fuck you up again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, the final cut today, DJ. What are we doing for the final cut, sir?
Well, today for the final cut, we are going to be talking about our top movies of 2024. That is last year. As of last year. Since this year, we're starting this year. We've already finished last year, so now we're going to do last year. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Now, DJ, I would ask you. All right. So, just so people at home understand, is this the movies we felt were the best of the year, or are these movies our favorites of the year?
I feel like we should do our favorites because, at the end of the day, it's all subjective. I don't think it's like there wasn't like a best movie.
If you guys want to know like what we rated these movies, just go check out our videos and stuff. Like check out our prior.
Like you can look at all of our videos and all of our ratings, and you could determine what GK considered the best movie of that year, depending on our rating.
Right, yeah.
But I think it's better if we talk about our favorites of last year, because I think we'll have some similar picks, but I think you'll have also some different picks as well. I feel like there'll be a few that we agree on, and then there's like a few that we're like, oh, okay, you wanted this movie. I'm like, okay.
Absolutely, my friend. Good call. I like it, sir.
So do you want to go back and forth, or do you want to rip all five, or?
Let's go back and forth.
2-2.
Let's swing it back and forth, my good man. Let's do it. Let's do the motherfucking thing.
Let's do that.
You want me to kick things off?
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
Awesome, man. So the first, and I am doing this from in a top 5 sort of way. So this is in order. I will be doing it that way. So my fifth place favorite movie of last year is going to be one Caddo Lake. Now Caddo Lake is it's the first movie of M. Night Shyamalan's new production studio that has released straight to streaming services. And at first I was like, okay, because before this movie came out, I had seen that new M. Night Shyamalan directed movie called Trap, and it was incredibly mid. So going into this, I was like, I don't know if I should trust this or not, because even though it wasn't M. Night Shyamalan directing this, it was still one of those like, if his name's on it, should I still like trust it? You know what I mean? But I took a swing, and I've thought about this movie a lot since I watched it, because it was like incredibly creative, dude. Incredibly creative. It has a cast that is both like low key and high key, like decent, which was already surprising enough as it is. But we have obviously Dylan O'Brien, who is most known for his original big main role in The Maze Runner, is what kind of what he blew up in. And then Lauren Ambrose is in this movie as well, which I have not seen her in a movie in a really long time. So it was really cool to see them in this. But this movie is about a guy in a place called Caddo Lake, lives in a small town, and people have been randomly disappearing from that town of recent. And somehow, some way, we're sort of involved with two different characters that are kind of trying to figure out how these people are going missing, because they both have someone personal to them that has just suddenly disappeared with no explanation. And in the process of trying to find them, they stumbled across some crazy fucking wild M. Night Shyamalan level shit that happens, where effectively they are weirdly transported to some other alternate world. And
Yeah.
things just take off from there, and it's fucking nuts, dude. I thought that this movie was incredibly big brain, and it was incredibly creative for what it was, especially for something that was just like this random fucking HBO Max drop that kind of came out of fucking nowhere. It was incredibly creative. I highly recommend it for people. So that will be my 5th place for 2024, my good sir.
Yeah. No, that's solid. That's solid.
What do you got, my friend?
I got as my number 5. All of these will be stuff that we saw.
Sure. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Review. So, but number 5 is A Quiet Place Day 1.
Ooh, I like it, my friend. I like it. So why this?
Yeah.
Why did this make it in your top 5?
Well, I mean, it was my first kind of introduction into the Quiet Place franchise, if you will. I really enjoyed this. Of course, it's not like a scary movie; it's like more of a thriller. But at the same time, it does a lot of things right. Sound, the audio, was so good. Like just feeling that in the theater. And the acting was just amazing. All the cinematography is really, really good too. I really enjoyed that movie a lot.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun, dude. I remember it didn't quite make my list. Only really because I feel like I like the prior movies more. But this was a wild, fun ride, dude. Lupita Nyong'o was fucking stellar in this
kills
movie.
It. Always kills it.
So I'm glad that this made it made it for you. I'm especially glad because this was like your entry to this franchise, and so now I don't know if since have you watched the original 2 yet?
I have not yet, but it's on my list. I definitely need to dive in a little bit more.
Gotcha.
For that one.
Gotcha. You gonna play the game? You gonna play the games that came out last year?
Have a game?
Yeah, A Quiet Place, The Long Road. That's what it called. It came out last I think October is not that bad. It's a first person Quiet Place game.
Oh.
Yeah, dude.
I did not hear anything about that.
Yeah, it went super under the radar. Super under the radar. I think it also didn't quite review as well as like people were hoping for, but I think it hit like a 7. It's kind of, if I remember correctly, but yeah, definitely worth looking into.
Understood.
All right, man. Well, you ready for number 4?
Go for it, brother.
My friend. So there is a soft spot that I have for the people that make these movies. A24 just knock it out of the park almost every single time. Sometimes they have a movie that's just like too weird for me. It's like too A24. And I'm just like, ooh, you know what I mean? Like Lamb, that one was fucking weird. Where the lady's like kid is like a kid, but it has like a lamb's head, and it's like they're frolicking through like an Irish field or something. That was fucking weird movie. That was fucking weird too. Way too A24. The Green Knight, that movie was way too A24 for me, especially the little cum rag scene. Fucking crazy, man. But last year A24 put out probably one of the best movies that they've done so far. A movie called I Saw the TV Glow, my good sir.
Mm.
And DJ, I could not recommend this fucking movie enough. For you being a person that also enjoys movies from a critical standpoint. This is the story of a boy who meets a pretty much best friend as he's going into a new school, and they share this mutual love for this like 80s sort of like Buffy the Vampire Slayer type like drama horror show that was being televised, and he has to sneak out of his parents' home or out of his place to go watch a show called The Pink Opaque with this girl, and they grow up together being close friends doing this, and she like trades off VHS tapes, but they're both from unfortunately abusive homes, and one day the girl disappears and he has no clue where the fuck she went. And then one day she returns like 20 years later and is like, I was in the Peak Opaque. I was like I was in that world. And they're trying to figure out what the hell she's talking about. And so things get really, really crazy there. But the really, really cool part about this movie, generally speaking, is that the movie kind of acts as this sort of allegory on someone who is navigating being trans and going through a sex change. And not like directly, because he is not, it's not spoken that he is trans or transitioning, but the way that this character is sort of dealing with these emotions and everything sort of acting as this metaphor for this person having like their family being like, oh, well, that's for girls and that's for boys. And like, and the kind of conversation that they have in it, like pretty like hit the nail on the head in terms of like the kind of things that someone who is going through a transition would have to navigate emotionally. And it was a really, really interesting watch. It's a very beautiful movie that has some very beautiful cinematography and beautiful moments to it, and a lot of really quiet moments of just letting you kind of like feel the emotion that is there. On top of this, Fred Durst, aka Limp Bizkit, is the father of the main character.
Oh, really?
The abusive father of the main character.
That's crazy. Fred Durst.
And I didn't even realize it at first until I went and looked at the cast after I watched it. I was like, fucking what, dude? What?
Yeah, like who would have thought?
No fucking idea, man. I think a part of me like kind of remember that he was supposed to be in this movie, and then I watch it and I didn't fucking recognize him anywhere. And then after I saw, I was like, "Oh, it was him. He was that fucking asshole."
He's that guy. He's that guy, dude.
Yeah, that piece of shit, dude. That's fine. That's fine. But yeah, anyways, I saw the TV Glow. 4th place for me. Very good movie. Check that bad boy out, guys. It's very emotional. Love it. Love it. DJ, what's your number 4?
My number 4 is, and you know, Furiosa, actually.
Ooh,
Furiosa.
I had a feeling.
Number 4.
I had a feeling. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, it was just really good. I mean, comparatively, after watching the first one, you would say like, oh, okay, it's not as good as the first one, but we're just talking strictly 2024. I think this is one of the stronger releases that year.
Yeah, for sure.
And it was still entertaining. It was still a really good watch. I mean, Anya Taylor-Joy as Furiosa. And also, fucking Hemsworth, he fucking killing it, like in that performance as the villain,
as he does,
the antagonist.
Mm-hmm.
He killed it, dude, and you had an amazing time. And I enjoyed that performance a lot. It was just a really sick movie. I really enjoyed that. Not much I can really say.
Chris Hemsworth really does serve some cunt in this movie, dude. It's crazy how good he does in this fucking movie. Like I don't know if you remember me mentioning it, but I remember in the theater when me and Devin were watching this, I nudged him and I was like, "Is he fucking killing this right now?" Like, yeah, he shouldn't be killing this right now, dude. He's killing this fucking, like, you could just tell he was having so much fun in this movie, dude.
Yeah, for sure, dude. It was he was at a fucking blast, and you could really just it really exudes throughout the whole film, and you're like, dang man, like you're just like he's just killing it, he's fucking killing it.
Yeah, man. And then Anya Taylor-Joy, obviously, it's always fun too. I'm glad that
Mm-hmm.
this made your list, man. This it didn't quite make
Yeah,
mine, to be honest with you.
hey
And
man,
that's
yeah.
not it's not to say because we've had a lot of good movies this last year, and
Mm-hmm.
I had to kind of like trim a lot of fat, dude. To be honest with you,
Yeah,
it was tough. I don't know if this
yeah.
is like a tough bid for you, but I had to kind of like spend a little time being like, oh fuck, like did I like that movie better than this other one? Like, it just so happened that like there were a few that like there were a bunch of really really good movies I didn't get a chance to watch last year. But on top of
Mm-hmm.
that too, there are a lot of like really really good movies. I just so happen to like feel like I just liked it better than the others. So
Yeah.
I'm glad that this made it there for you. So I'm interested to what your other three are going to be now.
I
I'm
mean, I feel like you should know, but
I have a feeling of for sure for one of them. I feel like it's going to be your number one, but we'll get there. We'll get
yeah, yeah, yeah.
there.
We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there.
So number three, DJ, and this is
Mhm.
one that we did review. Um, Finally, because we did not review the other
Yeah.
two. Uh, this one was just fun, man. I mean, how can you not think that this movie is fucking fun? Because my number three is Alien Romulus, dog. Um,
Ooh, yeah.
this
Yeah, yeah,
this
yeah.
like don't get me wrong, there were some things about this movie that I was like, like that I could take it or leave that thing, like maybe that was a little bit weird. But god damn it, like I'm
Mhm.
a long time horror movie fan, and I'm an even longer time Alien fan, and I feel like this movie just knew what the fuck it wanted to do, and it just did it, dog. It
Mhm.
just did it, dude. And I am like very happy that they handled it the way that they did because this could have been a catastrophe. And it
Mhm.
ended up actually being pretty fucking decent, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It had all the markings. I mean, I got to watch it at towards the end of my year last year.
Hmm.
Um and I agree. It was a really really good movie.
Yeah, I mean, like in terms of it being a horror movie too, because especially since I know that you're not like crazy about horror movies, I feel like that this
Mhm.
this handled being a horror movie in a very tasteful way. Um, because like sci-fi is one of those things that like if you do too much, it can be super fucking corny. And
Yeah.
they handled it really well in this. I was very stoked. They did a lot of justice towards the Alien franchise that was very very happy to be seeing on the big screen, my friend. So that's my number three.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. All right. My number 3. Okay?
Mm.
Monkey Man. Monkey Man.
Ooh, big dog. I would have thought this would have been your second place. So now I'm like really interested, dog. Really interested. Okay.
Yeah, no. Monkey Man is action packed. It is Indian John Wick.
Uh huh.
It
Uh huh.
is exuding like personality
Mm.
and
Mm.
aura that just you just have to watch this. There's
Hell yes. Okay.
so many good moments in this film that just that get you so hype and you're almost about to stand up from your chair just to cheer. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
it's so good. The writing is so good too. The dialogue really enjoyable. It's just a really really fun film. Really fun film.
It really was, dude. Like talk about a movie that just like knows how to like drive forward
Hmm.
because there like even though there's a lot of like quiet moments in this movie, it didn't feel like exhausting, and I think that was probably like my favorite part of this, especially having had it come out so early in the year last year. I remember like us watching it and us reviewing it and being like, "Fuck, is this like the benchmark for 2024 now?" Because like for the
Hmm.
remainder of the year, I was like, "Shit, like we have to hit." the levels of Dune Part 2 and Monkey Man and like that's the benchmark at the beginning of the fucking year, dude. That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy. This is a good movie.
Incredible. Incredible movie.
God damn, man. DJ, we're getting into the top 2 here, my friend. And like I mentioned earlier, there's been a lot of really good movies of 2024. A lot of movies that I had to kind of like go back and be like, fuck, what movies did we watch last year? You know what I'm saying? And then like kind of go through like a comprehensive list of like all the like major blockbusters that came out last year. Just to kind of be like, well, shit, we saw so many movies last year.
Yeah, break it all down.
Yeah, dude, because like with how often and how many movies we had to watch last year, it was hard to compartmentalize a lot of it. And there was some stuff that pretty much made it to my honorable mentions, which I suppose we can talk about before we get to our round or like first place picks. But this one was one that was just like, I know this bad boy needs to be in my top 5. You know what I'm saying? Like at least top 3. And that, DJ, is going to be Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, some people would probably be very surprised that this didn't make it to my number 1. Because, I mean, honestly, I would argue that this was probably top 3 best movies of last year, right?
Yeah,
arguably, like kind of having like the post nostalgia looking at it perspective, but there just so happens to be a movie that touched me more than this one did. But this movie is so much goddamn fun, DJ. Deadpool and Wolverine is just over the top, ridiculous Marvel fuckery that when they announced that this movie was happening, I was like, fuck me, this is going to be so good. So fucking good. Or it can be terrible. And it ended up being just as good, if not better, than we thought it was going to be going into it. Because they, like, Ryan Reynolds being Deadpool and being the executive producer and kind of like really being hands-on with this movie is just so incredible. And like, he just knows how to deliver Deadpool, generally speaking, and he just knew how to deliver this movie. Front to back, this was so much fucking fun, man. And I still think about this movie a lot. Because they're like, and there's even moments like I go back and just watch really quickly because it was just that fucking good, man. Like, oh my God.
There's so many memorable moments in that movie too. So many memeable moments.
Yeah,
especially
dude.
When Gambit comes on the screen, dude, you're like, oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Fucking sweet mama jamma was that part, dude. Yeah, man. I don't know, dude. Like this movie just really fucking did it in for me, man. I remember like just walking out of that theater so fucking pleased with how well this movie did and was, excuse me. And obviously, like, it wasn't perfect. There, like, in terms of us being like Marvel fans, there were some things that we had like inconsistency issues for. But the movie like fan serviced in such a way that like most movies just don't know how to do, and that really, really, really made it the experience that it was being able to see this and see it with friends and talk about it with friends afterwards and be fucking stoked about it. It's been a long time since I had a Marvel theater experience that was this much fun. So it was, I'm very, very happy that this made it into my top 5. I'm happy to say.
Oh yeah.
Good sir. DJ, what is your number 2?
Number 2, I don't think you saw this one coming, but it's also Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh, no fucking way. Dude. All right, brother. Unanimous.
Unanimous. Yeah, number 2. Deadpool, Wolverine. So why I think I know we already went. I agree with what you said, but I think we both know what our number ones are. If this is the case,
I mean,
uh,
I don't think I have the same number one as you do, dog.
do you sure? Are
I'm
you
pretty
sure?
sure. I'm pretty sure. Like, like I
Okay.
have a feeling I fucking knew that was gonna be your number one, but it ain't mine. It ain't mine.
Okay. 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 Yeah. No. I guess. Damn! But did you make your list?
Mm-mm. That was one
Wow.
of the ones because I listen. We'll get into it here in a second.
Okay.
Uh, Deadpool Wolverine. Why'd that get number two instead of number one?
Um. Well, I mean, I really enjoyed the movie. I can't go wrong with Hugh Jackman and Ron Reynolds. To be
Mm-hmm.
fair,
Mm-hmm.
um, I mean, we saw a little bit of the leaks and we were kind of skeptical, but it turned out to be an amazing, just roller coaster ride. It's just full of thrills. It's full of great jokes, great humor, um, funny moments, and just what the fuck. It just makes you go, "What the fuck? Who is that? What? What?"
Yeah,
Like just
dude.
make you go,
Yeah, man.
"What?"
Oh, it popped off so good, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel like it was also the funniest one because there was like
yeah,
so
for sure.
many moments I was fucking dying over this
So
movie.
many like moments that make you keel over with laughter.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Like I still giggle at the part at the end of the movie where like Hugh Jackman's like shirt breaks away when they're doing like the
Yeah,
hand thing, and he just like peeks over.
yeah.
Like that shit makes me giggle still when I think about it. So DJ, let's what are some of your honorable mentions that didn't quite make it on your list?
um, I didn't actually have any.
No, okay, yeah. I didn't know how.
Madam Web, just kidding.
You dude, movie of the year, dog. Actually, that was my number one. That's why it's
Rebel Moon Part Two.
Rebel Moon Part One and Two, dude. One and two, brother.
My
No, I
goodness.
mean, I did a lot of movie watching last year, and even with as much as I did, I still could not keep up with all of them because there's
Yeah.
some movies like Honora that I didn't get to watch.
Hmm.
The Substance, Subservience. Like there's like a ton of different movies I had to get a chance to fucking watch. But Dune Part Two was an honorable mention for me. Just didn't I just liked the first one a little bit better. And then I'm trying to think of the other one that there was because I didn't actually like write it on my list.
Hmm.
Um, it was. Oh, I didn't get to see Nosferatu yet. I haven't fucking watched that yet. God damn it, I'm an idiot. Um,
Mm.
I want to. I know I need to. Conclave, that was the other one that I didn't get to watch. Gladiator
Mm.
2 was also very, very good, but was not quite enough to like make my top five. You know what I mean? Like it was good, but it
Yeah.
wasn't like
Yeah, it
it,
wasn't like incredible. You know what I mean?
yeah, right. It did its job. It did its fucking job. Um, let's see, Salem's Lot was okay. Yeah. I mean, like
Mhm.
there's a handful of ones that I was, intending on, or had feelings about that just weren't quite it for me, brother. But what was though, DJ, was my number one movie of the year,
Mhm.
and you all will be potentially shocked. Um,
Yeah.
but I still, since seeing this movie, I still think about this movie at least once a week. At least once a
Okay.
week. This movie is so fucking good. And that movie is DJ The Wild Robot.
Oh.
Uh,
Wow.
me and Marilyn took Arwen to go see this movie because it was like a kids movie, and we were like, "Oh, that looks so cute. Let's go watch it." And we were like, "Okay, cool. It's like this robot that is training this goose how to fly, and it's like raising this goose, and the goose is like treating it like its mom, right?"
Mhm.
What else could you fucking ask for in a kids movie, right? That's so goofy, so ridiculous.
Yeah.
We went into this movie and we wept like 4 times during this movie.
That's Wow.
Just like there was one time I literally was like almost open mouth sobbing, dog. Like this movie is incredible. It's emotional. It's heartbreaking. Now, granted, we weren't like all like of the 4 times that we were crying during this fucking movie, 2 of them were from happy tears. Like it wasn't all sad. Like so it was just so remarkably happy and uplifting and beautiful. And god damn, this movie made me fucking feel things, brother. Like it was just insane how much emotion and like heart that this movie fucking has. And then on top of it, the artwork is immaculate. The character art is so good. The animation in it is really, really good. I'm really, 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 really fucking surprised that this ended up not getting as much of attention as it honestly should have. Because this movie is fucking incredible, man. Like it's so goofy and ridiculous that I'm making this stupid fucking kids movie like my number one favorite movie of last year, but I can't stop thinking about it, man. I can't, like, I see geese flying in the sky and I'm like, oh fuck, that makes me want to cry. God fucking damn it, man. This movie is so good, dude. And if you have a family, if you don't have a family, if you want a good cry, if you don't want a good cry, if you just want to like watch a nice little like cozy movie, this is fucking it, man. Watch this goddamn movie. The Wild Robot, number 1 2024, baby. Let's go. Movie of the year.
Movie of the year. Wow. Okay. Yeah. No. Respectable. So I need to watch it now.
You do. Good movie, my friend. Good movie. Highly recommend.
Since I did watch that, my number 1 is Dune Part 2.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Dune
of course
Part
it
2.
is. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I can't believe that didn't even make your honorable mentions. That's actually crazy.
Yeah. Well, no, it did make honorable mentions. It didn't make the top 5 though. It didn't make it to top 5.
Very surprised.
I just the more I think about it, the more I like the first one better. Just like,
really?
Yeah,
Oh,
man. Yeah, man. I don't know.
The first one sucked.
Like, don't get like
suck. I lied.
No, it does not
But
suck.
like the last 30 minutes of part 1 was snooze fest. You have to admit, last 30 minutes of part 1 were just like, what? Huh? But number 2 is just so good. I feel like it was flawless in terms of like there wasn't a point in the story where I was like I was confused about something. Of course, like the world itself I'm confused by, right? Because I just don't know the lore. But I there wasn't a point in that movie where I was like, why did they do that? Like, why did they make this director's choice? Why did the actor do that? Why? What choice in the writing could they? You know what I mean? Like, there was no point in that movie when I was watching it that I thought that way. I was so immersed. I was so into that world, and I cared so much about the characters after while watching that movie that I was like, damn, okay, I understand why this is great. I understand, but and it is way better than the part 1 that I watched. I was like, part 1's like, okay, I see it. And then the last 45 minutes was like, what? Huh?
This one definitely is way more involved. Don't get me wrong. And this is why it was important for us to make the distinction when we first started. Is that like it's not that I think that this movie is lesser than the others, because this movie honestly it is the best movie of last year. Period.
Yeah.
Like period. Set design, acting, the cinematography, all of it. It's like the movie of 2024, right? And I mean, it has fucking Florence Pugh in it, right? Love her.
Yeah.
But I just don't think about it as often as I would like to. You know what I mean? I stop and think about it. But there was just something about this movie that like didn't have me as like jaw dropped as the first one. So like in terms of like a favorite, I just couldn't find the justification to like have it beat out the other 5 movies that I had in front of me. You know what I mean? It's just like I just so happen to like the other 5 a little bit more. Now, granted, I know that you loved the fuck out of this movie because you were talking about this shit for fucking ages after, dude. Like you could tell you were really going in for this fucking movie.
I mean, like I was just with everybody else, man. I was with, everyone that watched the film. It was such a good watch. Like it was such a good movie, and like especially like I had to go back to it because 2024 was kind of a rough year for movies in
Mm.
terms of, you know, we had some good films, but we had a lot of bullshit, dude. A
Yeah.
lot of
Yeah, we did.
bullshit.
Yeah, we did.
And even then, there wasn't even like there were some movies that weren't even bad. It was just like they made some wrong choices, and you're like, "Ah, I can't even justify that. I can't even defend that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure
Like
can.
like Civil War. Civil War could have been
Mm.
top. It could have been in our both of our lists.
That movie should have
But then
been
you're like,
so
oh,
good. It should have been so fucking good,
right,
man.
right.
Yeah.
And even me, I was hating on it, but I started enjoying the movie a little bit more,
Mm-hmm.
and then it just made some bad choices with the writing, maybe, or like how the story played out, and you're like, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
bummer, man.
kind
No,
of
I
fell short.
100% I agree. Like there were a lot of really good movies, but there were a lot like it was not really a whole lot of middling movies. Like movies were all like last year were all either
It
like
was
really
either
really
good
great
or bad,
or
yeah.
fucking absolute dog shit, dude. Like there was some
And we reviewed a lot of, we reviewed a lot,
yeah,
and it
man.
was a
Yeah,
lot of
dude.
dog shit. A
God,
lot
man,
of
what a
dog
bummer.
shit.
Another honorable mention, by the way, Transformers One. I want to make sure that I like
Yeah,
give
Transformers
that
One. Yeah, I saw
give
that
that some
too. I
love.
I saw that too. What else? There was I know there was one more that I'm forgetting.
Craven the
Fuck.
Hunter.
We did not see that movie. Oh, Kingdom of
Borderlands.
the Planet of the Apes. Kingdom of the Planet of the
Oh
Apes.
yes. That was definitely another one that.
That was a good one. That would have been my honorable mention for sure. That
Yeah,
would have been
awesome,
definitely my
awesome,
honorable
awesome,
mention.
awesome. Yeah, man. I mean, there was just like thinking about the movies that came out, like the bad ones were really bad. Between
Oh,
like
Elevation too, as well. Honorable mention, Elevation. I actually
Elevation,
really enjoyed Elevation.
fun movie for sure.
Hmm.
Spaceman was another one for me.
Mm.
But like we got Borderlands last year.
Don't you maybe reminded me.
We got
Fuck.
Craven last year. Herald of the Purple Crayon. Like fucking like come on, guys. Madam Web. Oh god, dude. God, dude.
The Crow.
The Crow was like, oh, it was like probably the only mid movie out of all of
like
them, to be honest.
barely
Like,
mid, but like it's leaning towards bad.
it's
It was
leaning bad. It's leaning bad for sure.
leaning very bad. It has a limp.
The only saving grace of that movie was that dope ass third act. Like that was it.
That was
Like,
sick. That
and
was
even then it
definitely
was kind of
dope. But
questionable
then-
because the very
yeah,
ending was very like, you know what I mean?
Like what?
Yeah, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, dude. If is really good. I don't know if you got a chance to watch that, but Xander was talking about that movie for a hot minute. When that
I feel like Beetlejuice was a mid movie.
yeah, I think I could agree with that. Yeah, Godzilla v
Like
Kong,
it wasn't
New
good or
Empire.
bad, you know.
Um,
I didn't watch that one. I don't think I was on that for that one.
oh, Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah, I didn't wasn't there.
Oh, yeah, maybe not, man. Ghostbusters, Frozen Empire, Red One. I thought Red One was good. I don't care.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, no, that's actually that's truly a mid movie because it was good and it was bad at the same time.
Uh-huh.
It's good bad.
Yeah.
But I think it's one of my favorite. I think it should have made my list, to be fair. Definitely
Really?
honorable
Yeah,
mention
really?
because
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
because The Rock gets fucking socked in that movie.
He does. That moment who's like, oh my god.
I enjoyed it because, like, to be fair, I enjoy that way more than I thought I would because
Same.
the world building in that, I'm like, I kind of fuck with this world that it's like all the mythical beings are like, there's like a big, like military organization. I thought it was pretty cool.
Should we give like Red One the official 20,000 films sleeper hit of 2024? Should we like stamp it? Is that the sleeper fucking
Yeah,
movie?
I feel like that's like I feel like you should play that, like, because I think it should be in the lineup of Christmas movies that you should put on, like while people are over. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
dude, I
Because like
agree.
it's good to just like turn around and like, let's say you put it on the TV and you're just walking back and forth through the house, and every time you just look over at the TV, there's like just any scene from that movie.
Yeah,
I feel
dude.
like that's worth it.
Cool.
I feel like that's worth watching it that way.
20,000 films of a certified sleeper. We'll call it a certified sleeper. Boom, right there. That's a stamp, baby.
Certified sleeper right there.
All right, brother. Well, we got our top 5 in. Lots of wonderful movies for everyone at home to go out and watch.
Lots of wonderful movies, and we hope you enjoyed those movies too. Because this has been 20,000 Films Under the Sea, your choice for all the nerdy pop media news, reviews, and discussions you wanted each and every week. If you like what you heard, you can head on over to our Discord channel where you can submit questions and topics to the show, get exclusive content, and have early access to our episodes before they go live on a podcast and video service near you. Like right next to you. Like
right.
Check behind you. Check back shoulder. Back shoulder. But if you empty your pockets for the latest and greatest entertainment, that's cool with us. You can watch this show live right here at twitch.tv/Good Kraken Show. That's GOODKRAKENSHOW. You can also support us by going to our YouTube channel, hitting subscribe, or by leaving a review on our podcast channel by searching 20,000 Films Under the Sea, and we'll be there waiting for you. But until next time, fuck you, Zack Snyder.
Fuck you, Zack Snyder. Is that all good?
Listen, okay.